The Ten Boom family lived in Haarlem, Netherlands, where they ran a watch shop called Ten Boom Watchmakers. At the heart of the family was Casper Ten Boom, a deeply faithful Christian known for his warmth and honesty. He raised his children, among them Betsy and Corey, to live lives of service, compassion, and integrity. Their home at 19 Barteljorisstraat was filled with hospitality long before the war, a place where neighbors and strangers alike were welcomed. Corey, born in 1892, became the first licensed female watchmaker in the Netherlands. Though the family's days were centered on timepieces, their real focus was people. They believed, as Casper often said, that in this house God's people are always welcome. When Nazi Germany invaded the Netherlands in 1940, life in Haarlem changed rapidly. Jews were forced to wear yellow stars, forbidden from public spaces, and deported. The Ten Booms watched in grief as friends and neighbors were taken away. Guided by their Christian faith and their sense of justice, they could not stand by. The family began helping the Dutch underground, providing food ration cards, forged identity papers, and above all, shelter. The heart of their efforts was their home. With the help of resistance workers, a false wall was built in Corey's bedroom to form a narrow secret space. This hidden chamber, later called the hiding place, could shelter several people at a time during sudden Gestapo raids. Over the years, the Ten Boom house became a refuge for Jews, students, and resistance members. It is estimated that more than 800 people passed through their care. In February 1944, betrayal struck. A Dutch informant told the Nazis about the Ten Boom's activities. On February 28th, the Gestapo raided the house. Several Jews were hidden in the secret room during the search. Despite hours of ransacking, the Germans never found them. Later, resistance members managed to rescue those trapped inside, but the Ten Booms themselves were arrested. Casper, then 84 years old, was offered release if he would promise not to shelter Jews again. He refused, saying, "If I go home today, tomorrow I will open my door again to anyone who knocks." 10 days later, he died in prison. Corey and Betsy were eventually transported to Ravensbrück, a notorious women's concentration camp in Germany. Life there was brutal. Starvation, disease, and forced labor claimed thousands. Yet Betsy and Corey encouraged fellow prisoners with whispered prayers, Bible readings from a smuggled scripture, and their quiet faith that God's light could not be extinguished. Betsy, frail but steadfast, often said, "There is no pit so deep that God's love is not deeper still." In December 1944, she succumbed to illness and exhaustion. Corey, devastated but determined to honor her sister's faith, miraculously survived. In late December, she was released from Ravensbrück due to a clerical error, just days before women her age were scheduled for execution. After the war, Corey returned to the Netherlands and later traveled the world, speaking about her family's story. Her message was not only about resistance and courage, but also about forgiveness. In one striking moment, years later, she met a former Ravensbrück guard. Though she struggled inwardly, she extended her hand to forgive him, embodying the grace her faith demanded. Corey's memoir, The Hiding Place, published in 1971, brought the Ten Boom story to an international audience. In 1967, Israel recognized the family as righteous among the nations for their efforts to save Jewish lives. Today, the Ten Boom house in Haarlem is preserved as a museum. Visitors can see the tiny hiding space where desperate people once waited in fear and learn how one family's simple faith gave them the courage to defy tyranny. The story of the Ten Boom family is not one of soldiers or politicians, but of ordinary people who chose love over fear. Their home became a beacon of refuge in a world of cruelty, and their legacy continues to remind us of the power of compassion, faith,